doing the work to overcome what others have taught you. Right on. Okay, Enlightenism. Enlightenism is the book that she was doing the meditation from, folks. It's available. You can get the book anywhere the books are sold. Thank you so much, Sister Carolyn.
You're welcome.
Okay, folks, you just heard Sister Carolyn give us a wonderful meditation that comes from the book Enlightenism. I'm Brother Malcolm. I am a self-help spiritual freedom philosopher. Self-help is the part of me that says to you, we can all help ourselves when we recognize that the greater power of God is in us. God is consciousness. God is always consciousness, colorless, faceless, and formless, whole, perfect, and complete, free of lack, limitation, and struggle, all of the things that bind us into pain and suffering. Who are you aware of being today? Who is the person? And how are you defining yourself? What beliefs are you using to define yourself? This awareness of being. The mind is a powerful thing. And the mind has a lot of things in it. A lot of beliefs, I should say, that you have jammed into your life, into your mind. And now we use these beliefs to define who we are. There are no victims in Enlightenism. There are no victims in this consciousness that I'm talking about. It's only free people, a free mind. Someone asked me the other day, how do I see the light within? How do I discover this consciousness, and how do I know that it's not an illusion, all a part of another illusion? Well, it takes time for you to see the consciousness. Meaning see it, come in contact with the consciousness. You first have to unlearn what others have told you about yourself. All of these beliefs about your race, color, gender, age, religion, status, and education. The things that in this society we use to judge ourselves. So you have to let it go. That takes time, because it's a part of the beliefs you use to define who you are aware of being. And there are many ways to begin the inward journey. It's on the inward journey, the journey within the mind, that you will discover the consciousness of truth about who you really are. This prepares your mind, your consciousness, to receive different information. This is where your goals change. See, this is where your life changes. Your life changes within on the inward journey. I have set many goals like all of you. They're called toxic human goals of what I wanted to do. And this is where I wanted to invest my time in order to make the world a better place for us to live in. Make the world a better place. Change things without first changing myself. You know, people pass laws all the time, not to change themselves. They're just making them up as they go along. So someone said, well, you know, let's change the speed limit from 65 to 70 on interstate freeways. Let's just change it, because too many people are having accidents. Those laws are not what I'm talking about. That's not the change I'm talking about within. The change I'm talking about within is you can begin your life with the journey. No matter where you are today. See, it doesn't matter where you are. Wherever you are today, if you're defining yourself with toxic beliefs, then you have a problem. Because you have age, race, color, gender, religion, status, all of these things now will prevent you from entering on to the inward journey. You'll stop. So, I'm too old. Who told you so? You told yourself. My race is stopping me, my color, Why? I said, well, somebody told me. And I believed it. When we believe what other people tell us, then those are the beliefs that stop you from getting on the inward journey. That's what stops you from discovering the consciousness within. So I had a goal when I began seeking a new way to think and live. I called it, the beginning of my work was empowerment. And I created it as a philosophy because that's what my background was at the time. The empowerment philosophy, self-help, you empowering your mind to overcome your own problems, to overcome the problems in your life. And I wrote a book called The New African American Man to symbolize the work, to say this is a new way to think and live. So hence the word New African American Man. And that journey led me to other things in consciousness, to enlightenism, a new way to think and live, a powerful mind. And what I learned and discovered for myself is what you think of yourself in toxicity is not what you think of yourself in consciousness on the inward journey. Things change and you start thinking of yourself differently. You start letting go of all of the things that are restricting your journey, restricting your power, your clarity. And then your goals change. So my goal changed. And my goal changed at the moment that I was able to deal with clearing the mind through meditation, through prayer, through solitude, anything that I could do. I wanted to clear my mind and get at peace with myself. And one of the things that I learned and discovered, I should say, from meditation and prayer. When I meditated and prayed, at that moment, I had a different feeling about myself, a different interpretation of myself. See, in the meditation of clearing my mind at the moment, even though other things kept coming into the meditation and into the prayer. But there was a certain peace, there was a certain excitement within the moment. I felt better about myself than I did before I meditated or even prayed. Because both are tools to get in contact with yourself. And what I discovered, and perhaps many of you have discovered the same thing, when I stopped praying or meditating, and I entered back into the awareness of being home, into an awareness of being somebody, then when I realized my mind was cluttered. I came out of the meditation, out of the prayer, into the world of beliefs. And now I'm all caught up into what's happening outside. Now, just a few moments ago, I'm dealing with clarity, feeling good about myself. There's someone, I turn on the television, I turn on my computer, I turn on the cellular phone, then all of a sudden I'm hit with all of this information about what's going on in the world. Inflation, unemployment, racism, brutality, all the things that are happening. And that's what you're unable to do until you clear the mind. Then when you meditate and pray, you become that which you are aware of being. Now your home, the place where you dwell, is in the consciousness where you were free. And you have to make that transition from the meditative prayer back to the form. And then you can say, I am that person. I am. Or, in other words, I was praying and doing something for something that I already had. I already had this power within me. But I cluttered my mind, my house, my home. My home is my consciousness, where I live. I return home whenever I travel somewhere. I come back to my awareness of being the person that I've always been aware of being. It's like a vacation, traveling. If you've ever traveled anywhere, particularly where you have to stay in a hotel, if you notice one thing, when you go into a hotel, they won't let you in the room until the room is clean. They don't let you into a cluttered room because they feel, I imagine, that you wouldn't feel good. But now in our own home, and this is a metaphor home also, it's cluttered. And we keep it cluttered all the time. And we hide the clutter. Well, some people in the physical clutter of a home, a physical place where the form lives, it's cluttered too. You didn't make up the bed, didn't sweep, didn't do a lot of things. Said, oh, it's okay because nobody's coming by. No one's going to see it. But when you become accustomed to cleanliness of the mind, now this is a metaphor. I'm not telling anyone that you're dirty or anything. I'm saying cleanliness, then you can understand the biblical definition. Cleanliness is godliness. It's godly. But it's not cleaning your house, not a physical thing, not the form. It's your consciousness. When you clean your consciousness of the toxic illusions that people have told you about who you are, about your history, about who you are today, about where you came from, about the way you should think and live, the way other people want you to think and live. And then you become afraid to become a free thinker because you believe someone is going to take something from you. The things that you cherish. What are things? Status, education, wealth. All of those things impact your decisions. And there's another way to think of yourself. When I am talking about cleansing the mind of toxic illusions, I'm talking about doing the work in the mind, where your goals must change in order for you to change. You must let it go. You cannot carry all of that weight, that toxic weight, into consciousness. It's going to stop you. You have to clean it up. It's a different type of cleansing. It's cleansing the consciousness. So, where you live. This is where you live. This is where you return. And I've seen it all of my life, and so have you. I have seen people, when I was particularly a little kid in church, I have seen such great pain and deep, deep faith from people that felt hopeless and powerless. I saw it with my own eyes. And then I saw that when they reached that fervor of just an exhilarated feeling of power, and when they came out of the building, into the other world, I saw it disappear. It disappeared into the environment. And they returned to being aware of their race and color, gender, age, status, and education. That's the home that all of us built with toxic illusions. And this is the home that I am talking about changing. I am talking about cleansing the home, removing the clutter, cleansing the consciousness where you live, focusing your energy on a new goal that you will discover for yourself in the consciousness of enlightenism. That's what it's about, folks. Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. And I'm Brother Malcolm. And join me again, because step into your power with Enlightenism. Don't be afraid of yourself. Trust yourself. Don't be afraid of yourself. Create a mind. Cleanse your consciousness so that you can be the person you were divinely created to be. Have a great day. I'm Brother Malcolm. See you next time.